Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm with Andris Ronimoiss. It's a couple days before the 2019 Madeira Island Ultra-Trail. Andris, this is my first time meeting you. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
So you're the defending champion of the Madeira Island Ultra-Trail. You've just arrived back to the island. What are the feelings you have inside you right now?
I always love to be here. It's this island, it's something special, you know. Last year I actually didn't plan to come, but at some point I felt that this island is calling me, so I came and I won, so I'm excited to be back here.
Last year was your second time racing Madeira Island Ultra-Trail, is that right?
Yeah, it was the second time, so this one is third time in a row.
I want to ask you in just a moment about your background getting into trail running, but since we're on the topic of this race, between your two runs at Madeira Island Ultra-Trail, you improved quite a bit between 2017 and 2018. To what do you attribute your boost in performance last year?
Yeah, it's mostly, I think, experience.
Okay.
Like this race, it eats its young, you know. The first time you come here, I think it's very hard here because the climbs are very steep, very hard. Like if you think the first one is like the first climb is doable and you do it a bit too fast, then you're basically done. And I did that first time I was here.
Okay.
I overdid on the first climb. I was running with Francois and Xavier Tevernard. I was like feeling great. And then you come to the next climbs and they're like twice as hard and you're like, okay.
I did a little too much.
yeah, I did it too much. Yeah. And at the end, you struggle, you know.
This race, I think, is really unique in that there's a lot of technical ups and downs in the beginning and middle, and then in the end, you're running next to these irrigation channels and dirt roads for a long, long time. It's a lot of true running to close the race.
Yeah, and I actually like it. Like
you like it?
Yeah, I like it. Like that's the part actually. Like psychologically, it's very hard, you know, to run on the flat at the end because you have to put a lot of effort. You like, if there's a climb, you can walk, you know. If there's downhill, you can relax a bit. But those flats, there's no places to hide.
There's no cheating.
Yeah,
right?
no cheating. Yeah, so you have to do it properly, and I actually enjoy it. Yeah. For me, like, you know, because I'm running on flat, like 90% of my time.
Where you're from in Latvia?
I'm living in Riga, which is like
the big city.
Yeah, big city is the capital, probably one of the flattest places on earth. like the highest peak for me to train there is 11 meters. So
11.
11, yeah. I actually recently found one with like 13, so I'm gonna try that one.
I moved up to 13 meters.
yeah, exactly.
So what is this, like 100 repeats on it back and forth?
Maybe not 100, but yeah, you got that idea. Yeah, it's up and down.
Okay. Well, let's back up a little bit. You're actually, I think, the first Latvian runner that I've ever met. Can you tell me about what the trail running scene and the world is like in your country?
Yeah, like trail running recently, like for past 4 or 5 years, has been picking up like crazy.
Okay.
There's maybe not too many races there, but all of them are very popular. The biggest one for us, it's called Roebuck.
Okay.
And actually few of Americans have run there as well.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I can't remember the girl's name, but she's in your national team. So
okay, I'll go look that up.
Yeah, she has done one of those races.
All right.
And actually it's very popular. Like last month, the first stage of this year, it was like 5,000 people in the woods.
Okay.
And it's like wherever you look, there's a runner. So it's crazy, yeah. The bigger ones, the longer ones, maybe not so crowded, but still very popular, and everybody's, you know, fighting for those UTMB points to get there, and everybody's really excited about that. So yeah, trail running, it's picking up, and it's crazy popular.
Okay. And how about you? How did you come to the sport of trail ultra running? Did you do sports growing up? When did you start running?
Yeah, I did some sports growing up, but nothing, you know, serious. I did some soccer, some floorball.
Ooh, it's like soccer. You said soccer, not football.
Yeah. You know, I'm a big sports watcher, and I mostly watch American sports. So You know, I know the difference.
You
know.
speak the language of American sports.
yeah, exactly. So for me, it's if it's a European, I'm talking it's football. If it's American, I know that it's soccer. So
That was noticed and appreciated.
yeah. So I did some soccer. I did some floorball. It's something similar to ice hockey, only without skating.
Yeah.
Frisbee. It's ultimate. I think it's called ultimate, like throwing discs.
Yeah.
But nothing, very serious. And then I started to run in 2012.
Okay.
But I started with orienteering, like in the woods, and did some long ones as well. There are those called Rogaine, which is like up to 24 hours in the woods. You have to mark your own way and find it later on. So I started with that.
Okay.
And only later I moved to runnings, at the beginning on the road, and then slowly on the trails. Like my first trail run, I think, was in 2014.
Okay.
When I found out that the city where my mother lives will have a race of 80 kilometers, and I was like, okay, I can't miss it.
You'll do it.
Yeah, I did it, and it was. I knew that I can't, be very good at it, because I haven't done anything longer than 20k. So for me, it was like 20 to 80, big step up, right?
It's a huge step up for everybody.
Yeah. And I was like, my strategy was very simple. I started to run with the fastest guys, because I knew that I'm not gonna last till the end of the race. So at the point when I'm gonna, get really slow, I will be closer to finish. So that was my strategy.
How did that work out for you?
It was pretty good. I ran with them for like 40k, then I started to walk, and at the end I finished 9th, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Next year I came back and I won that race.
You lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah. I improved like for 1.5 hours. So.
I want to go back to talking about your last year in running, because to me you had a really fascinating couple of weeks. You won Madeira Island Ultra-Trail, and then you turned it around and were just outside the top 10 at the Trail World Championships 2 weekends later. How did you manage recovering from 115 kilometers around here? Yeah,
for me it was like, I knew that if I'm going to start to recover, I'm not going to be ready for that World Championship. So as a train, like 2 days after this race, I was up in the mountains. I'm trying to keep that shape that I'm in. But the problem was I got sick. And I was like sick for 8 days out of 14. I was sick in between. And I was traveling around, and it was cold last year here. So I was like...
stormy weather, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was cold all the time, and I was sick. And, I didn't expect anything out of World Championship. And like 4 kilometers in, I was like, I should quit. Because I arrived at the first mountain and I couldn't run up. I just could walk. And the whole race, as soon as it's picking up, I'm walking. And in Peñagolosa, it's terrible, because there's plenty of those very, gradient climbs where you have to run.
You should be running.
Yeah, you should be running, and I can't. And like some of the guys around me were later telling that what's wrong with him, because as soon as it picks up, he walks. As soon as it's flat, he just runs away and he's gone, So yeah, but I was in super shape. So obviously those 2 weeks were the greatest in my career so far.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, my last question for you. I've seen you race a couple of times now, but I hadn't spoken to you until today. But I've seen like on your bib maybe at one race, and then somewhere on social media, like your nickname is Droppy?
Yeah. It's from childhood.
Okay.
Actually, right now in a local running community, I'm called Joker.
Joker.
Yeah, Joker.
Okay.
Yeah, because again, for that same running series back in home, there's also like a team competition.
Okay.
And there's different races there, and you have to pick whichever you want, And for my team, at some point they decided no matter where they put me, I can bring good points. So kind of like a joker.
You're a joker.
Yeah.
A good card.
Yeah, a good card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So is that going to be on your bib the next time you have the opportunity to put a nickname?
Yeah, might
Joker.
be. Yeah, but I tried it once in Trans-Gran Canaria and didn't work out. So
Maybe not.
no, maybe not.
Okay, well, it's great to meet you, and we look forward to chasing you around the course this weekend.
All right. See you then.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.